Hi, good afternoon. Welcome, students. Sorry for the delay. We are joined today by Mr. Gulfan Ahmed. He is the HOD for Physics for Vidyayan Leadership Academy. Today was CBSE Class 12 Physics. Welcome, sir. And
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll just, right. So let's just quickly start as to how was the paper today.
We are in Noida region, so our RO, according to CBSE, is Noida. So paper was we can say good, and actually it's a few tricky questions are there. So as usual, CBSE used to do that. So few so that they can check the understanding of the students. So that's why it is obviously. So this is always there. So otherwise, question paper is all according to sample paper, whatever the CBSE has been released earlier. Two times actually, two sets CBSE released for the students, and it is accurately matching that sample paper. That's why it is okay. And if I talk about case study based questions, they are also from the syllabus as per the NCRT, and few activities are given in NCRT. So similar case based studies are given. So if student studied the NCRT thoroughly, so they able to do that. So that is and one more thing, like a few questions in MCQs, they are tricky. So meanwhile, during this session, I will be discussing few such questions also.
Okay. How many questions were there from MCQ? I believe the pattern has been changed to increase the
Yes,
number of
pattern has been
MCQ
changed. So
questions.
18 questions we have as MCQs, and two marker we have two, four, maybe 14 question, I think. 14 question of 2 marks.
Okay.
13 question for 2 marks, and we have three marker, two, four, five three markers, and then we have 5 markers, three 5 markers, and two case-based studies.
Okay. All right. So, out of these, see, MCQs has a thing where you can either get it right or you can get it wrong. So,
Yes,
those are
yes.
that is the trickiest portion of the new pattern that is there.
And
So,
when it is physics, so it it becomes more
more
difficult.
so. Absolutely. So, out of those 18 questions, which are MCQs, how many do you think were easy that, most of the students would get right? And how many were the trickiest ones? And if you can, maybe mention a few tricky questions.
I can, if I go through all 18 questions, so I found only two or three, maximum two or three, they are tricky.
Okay.
Otherwise, other questions are maybe conceptual based. So, and if students can go through, if they have gone through the previous year question papers, so they may able to complete that. So only two, three questions, they are new actually, and obviously, and tricky also, because two options, they are quite matching. So that is also a problem there. So I
Could
want
you
to
share
mention
those
one
questions?
question. If you
Please.
allow me, I can mention one question. There is a question: beam of electron and protons move parallel to each other in the same direction. So as you know, the answers that make common topic in NCRT is there. Two parallel state conductors are there. So if current is in same direction, they will attract, and if it is in opposite, they will repel. So this simple concept is there. But the problem is with this question, they are considering the electrostatic force also, as well as magnetic force. So options are attract each other, repel each other, neither attract or repel, and the fourth option, which is making the trouble for the student, is force of the attraction or repulsion depends on the speed of the wave. Actually, magnetic force depends on speed. So if
Okay.
speed increases, so magnetic force will increase. That can overcome the electrostatic repulsion or attraction force. So
Okay.
that there is like they have to think more than that. So critical thinking is required. So
And
two topics, they matched in a single question. So
okay.
that is why it is like tricky.
And what was the correct answer for this
Correct
question?
answer is force of attraction and repulsion depends upon the speed of beam.
Okay. All right. So I'll just repeat that this is for the Noida region paper. Mr. Ahmed, could you also share
Set one,
the
set one, set one.
set one? All right. Students, please do understand that there are different sets of question papers
Yes.
across the country. There is a Noida region, there is a Panchkula region, there is Delhi region, and there is an All India region also. So the questions which might be discussed over here may not be there in your question paper. In case you have any specific questions that are there in your question paper, please share those questions with us, and we'll have Mr. Ahmed share those and try and answer those questions for you. Apart from this, sir, now physics becomes one of the it is between the three, the holy trinity of science students, physics, chemistry, maths. So physics is extremely important for any engineering or even a medicine aspirant per se,
Yes.
or any science student. Now, out of this 70 mark question, 30 marks, obviously we have the internal practical papers, and then this
Yeah.
is the 70 marks theory paper.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
in your understanding, basis the years of experience that you have, out of the 70 marks theory paper, because the difficulty level, I believe, would be almost similar in all the sets.
All
Now,
this.
out of these 70 marks, how much do you think would be the average score which students would be able to score in this paper easily? And
Okay.
what? Hmm,
Again, it's like very difficult to analyze that, but I'm hoping all the students are they attempted the all questions properly
okay.
and they answered well. Maybe some tricks are there, so maybe one or two MCQs they might got wrong, so that is okay. So apart from that, I can say like out of 70, so student can score between 55 to 65 easily if they have gone through the NCRT.
Okay. Any other specific question which you would like to discuss, which was there you think was a little tricky and students have to be careful about?
Yeah, one question is there that they are asking about. Normally, we used to say we used to have a question depending on electric field, and they generally say like if we double the distance, what will happen to the electric field? Or what
Okay.
value we will get for this electric field if we double the distance from the charge. This time what the CBSE they did, they given the distance, they given the electric field at a particular distance, like I can read the question: magnitude of the electric field due to a point charge object at a distance 4 meter is 9 Newton per meter. Earlier question paper, like earlier previous year question paper, they used to ask one thing, like if we double the distance, what would happen to this electric field? This time they do one thing, they change the value of electric field and now they are asking what is the distance.
Okay. So they have to
Okay.
do reverse of what they used to
Yeah,
do.
they have to do reverse. So it's very like if they understood the concept, they can easily do.
Okay.
So that is why it is. That's why in that way this is the question is checking the level of understanding of the students, or
All
whether they
right.
are applying what they have understood, whether they are able to apply or not.
All right. So more
So
conceptual now.
yeah, more conceptual. So that is why this distance. So answer for this question is they made this electric field at 16 Newton per coulomb. So answer will be 3 meter in that case.
Okay. And
Yeah,
which question number was this?
it is fast. It is fast. Set one, Noida region, fast.
Okay. So it was an MCQ based question.
Yes, yes. And
Right.
one question I would like to mention here, it is from the chapter electromagnetic waves, and actually this chapter is 2 or 3 marks in CBSE, and very basic questions they ask in from that, like what is the use of a particular wave. They can give you a wavelength and then ask about the particular use of that wavelength. This time they are asking about one thing, that they have given electric field and magnetic field directions,
Okay.
and they have given that directions, and they are asking about what is the direction of propagation. So actually, like it is very simple because as we go through the syllabus, so it is very according to this chapter, it is very easy. Like always, direction of propagation is always perpendicular to electric as well as magnetic field. So
Okay.
that is very easy, but they are asking in another way, like in a different way. Like they are asking, whether it is along B means magnetic field, and whether it is along A, direction of E, electric field, or E cross B. So answer is that E cross B. So to just check the knowledge or to just make some tricky question, they did fourth option, that is B cross E as well. So now student
Okay.
get so E cross B is also there, B cross E is also there. So now if you know that it is E cross B, then only you can attempt the answer. So,
Okay.
so very close options are also there. So that is interesting.
Okay. All right. So it's going to be a little tricky for kids. So the trick was to read the question carefully and understand what
Carefully.
exactly that they are asking for. All right. So we do not have any specific questions coming in from students. Students are saying that some people found it hard and some were like, okay, it was moderate. So we'll quickly move on to the next important question. Most of
Yeah.
these students would also be appearing for their JEE main exams in the next month. And
Yes.
physics is obviously one of the crucial parts of the JEE main as well as NEET exams also. Now, from this particular question paper, any takes which you would like, because even JEE main is based on NCRT. So
Yes.
anything which you think this question paper can give a little kind of a sample or a hint to students who are preparing for JEE main and other entrance exams?
Yeah, obviously, ma'am, like if you go through the paper, so a pattern is good. And they're asking the whatever is mentioned according to the topic, they're asking that, like whatever given in NCRT, they're asking that only. And they are very basic. So, as you mentioned, we have to read the question properly. So in JEE also, they used to give such questions, and they are testing the student whether he is attentive or not, he is focused or not while reading, while observing the details, whatever details are given in the question. So that is one thing they have to understand. Another thing, they can give you like if they solve this paper, so they have they need to revise all the formulas formula which is given in the question this NCRT or according to all chapter or syllabus. So if they revise this question paper, they will get now lots of formulae revised, and it will get they will get benefit from this, because you know the formula, you can get the numerical easily. Because in CBSE, no theory part is more as compared to numerical. But in JEE, numerical in physics, particularly physics, numericals are having more percentage as compared to that theory part.
Right. Right. Sir, we have a question, a student saying that there was a wrong question in set 55, set 1 of 55/2. Do you have the same set?
Actually, I have 55/2/1.
Ha. So it is the same set, and she's saying that question number 25 is wrong.
Okay, let
Impurities
me
are,
see.
yes, you can please check this.
Question,
Impurities,
maybe if I am getting it correct, answer the following. My question in my paper it is, answer the following giving regions. A PN junction diode is damaged by a strong current. Is it the same question, maybe?
question 25B part. Impurities are in,
Oh, impurities are added in intrinsic semiconductors.
hand. That's right. That's the question.
Impurities are added in. Okay, so actually, we cannot like it is not like that. Like it is wrong statement. Maybe C is thinking something else. Answer the following giving region. So they are asking why we do so. So if I read the question, we do add the impurities in intrinsic. Intrinsic means pure semiconductors, and pure semiconductor means like silicon and germanium. To increase the conductivity of that semiconductor, we have to add impurities. Impurities means foreign particles like 13th and 15th group elements, because semiconductors are in 14th group, so we have to look for 15th and 13th if we want to make extrinsic semiconductors. So as it is written like written in the question, so we have to answer in that way, like if you write this, yes, impurities can be added to a intrinsic semiconductor to increase its conductivity. So as per this question is right. Actually, it's my opinion, like maybe but any sort of problem or anything regarding this question paper will look after some time, because CBSE also issued some guidelines like what you have to do if you found something wrong. But this question is right.
Okay.
It should be read like why
Right.
PPTs are available in the
I'll
presentation.
add to that that students please understand that after every question, after every examination, teachers and experts would be going through the question paper, and the feedback would be given to CBSE. And in case there is a question which is incorrect, the CBSE would share that in the marking scheme, and due consideration would be given to every student who would be attempting those questions. So if the question was incorrect, which Mr. Ahmed is saying was not the case in this particular question paper, but in case there is some kind of a misunderstanding in a question, or if the question was incorrect, CBSE would give you extra marks. So please do not worry about wrong questions, right? We
Right, ma'am.
have set three. Would you have access to set
Again,
three?
50, 52, 55 slash 2 slash 3.
No, this is
Okay.
55/3/3. So I think this would be another set.
Maybe,
In
yes,
case
yes.
students can share the exact question, then we can attempt to answer them. We would not be able, we do not have access to this particular set. So we'll just wait for another minute and see if we are able to get that. Question number 10 was there. For this particular set, there is a different question. Let me see if I have access to this particular. No, even I don't have that
I
question.
have another question paper that is 55 slash 5 slash 3.
No, this is
Okay.
55/3/3. So we do not
Oh,
have access to question paper.
yeah. If she can post or
Question,
he
they're
or she
saying
can
question
post.
10 is incomplete. Again, so in case there was a question which was incomplete, I'll answer that you would be given consideration if there was a fault in the question paper. So please do not worry about that. We do not have access to the question paper set which we are mentioning, so we would not be able to answer whether that was actually incomplete or whether you were not able to understand. Right,
I just
Mr.
want to
Ahmed?
I want to mention one thing. Actually, these papers are made after lots of scrutiny and everything. They taken care of everything. So that is why the chances of mistake is very low. If it is in case it is there, so CBSE will consider. So that don't worry about it.
Absolutely. All right. So this is all the time we have. Sir, last thoughts about today's paper or anything else you want to say to the students.
Okay, so a few like apart from few questions, students, I'm hoping that everyone you like every student they have done very well. Hoping for my students as well. So question is okay. Question paper is good. I'm happy about the question paper. And one thing I just want to mention for the newcomers, like newcomer next year students, that please read, study conceptuals, study the conceptually, like every topic conceptually, identify minute details, and read NCRT properly. That is the mantra for the next year as well. So read
Absolutely.
NCRT and focus on conceptuals, focus on application based. If you are able to understand the topic, you have to apply it somewhere else also where it is required. So if otherwise there will be a problem, because if you just mug up all the things and go to the examination, few questions you can attempt other, and but conceptual questions, there is a problem.
All right. All right, students, that's the time we have for today. I would like to thank Emmett sir again for taking out his time. And the solutions for this question paper, the sets we have discussed, would be available on our website, timesnownews.com/education by evening 6 p.m. or maybe a little late. So do check the website. And that's about it. I hope you all do very well, and a happy Holi to everybody.
and
Bye-bye.
and happy Holi, and as well as like all the best for rest of the examination. And I'm hoping that everyone will get the good marks in CBSE.
Right. Right, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye,
Thank
everyone.
you, ma'am. Thank you so much.